अजडं विमलं सदा आनन्दतीर्थमतलं भजे तापत्रयापहं पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणामाप्तिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति मनोरथाः हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. We are seeing the Bhagavad Gita. We are not going into the each and every very minute details. It will be very interesting minute details, but it will take a long time. So we are kind of giving a gist type of thing. What is the message that is there? What is the purpose of it? And actually, we can also see how it is applicable to us also. So this is what is the purpose of our study of this. And as you know, in the first adhyaya, we covered Duryodhana, Arjuna mentality, and then in second adhyaya, we started how Krishna started responding to Arjuna. So we saw starting responses of Sri Krishna, and each sloka, it is meant to achieve something. So the 11th sloka onwards, the Sri Krishna's instruction starts, and in the 11th sloka, basically Krishna is giving a declaration type of thing. Arjuna, what you gave all the arguments, it's not a wise argument at all. So why it's not a wise argument? The next several slokas, the whole thing explains the rest of the Bhagavad Gita is why it's not wise argument at all, because we all saw what Arjuna's arguments were. So the first sloka Krishna was saying, your arguments are not valid, not right. And then 12th sloka, he starts about the eternality of the jiva. So if your sorrow is because of eternality is not there, then no jiva nitya, so that's not. So we saw that also. And the next three slokas, that is 12, 13, and 14. Each one is meant for one. 12, Arjuna, do not worry about soul, is eternal. 13 is, it is basically saying the deha, it's always anitya. So 13 talks about the destructibility of deha. And 14 talks about the abhimana. We have to give up abhimana. That's the only way not to have sorrow. And then the 15th sloka. So these are practically also, they are applicable to us also. It's not only a good instruction for Arjuna, for us to know what is eternal, what is destructible. In English also there is a statement, do not, apariharyate nattam sochitum arhasi is what the essence of that is. And what cannot be cured must be endured. So this proverb. And that philosophically it is correct. And if something is beyond your control, there's no point in worrying about it too much. So bodies are going to be destroyed. That doesn't mean, okay, you take all chances, let your body anyway gets destroyed, so take all risks. That's not what it is. What it means is, when it comes to the kartavya palana, that is discharging your duty, then for people like Arjuna who are in adhikarika varga, that means their responsibility to take care of the society. So they have to do certain tasks. There's no escape. For that reason, he says, Arjuna, it's your responsibility because you have taken up to yourself to protect the society. So do not worry about the destructibility of the body. So that's relevant for him. How is it relevant for us, people like us? The body has a destructibility, but still, sharira madhya khalu dharma sadhanam, we hear that also. So there has to be a balance between the two. We have to take care of our body, but to achieve a higher purpose. Taking care of the body for the sake of body itself is not the goal. Taking care of the body for the achieving a higher purpose, it should be the goal for us. So that's the guideline for us. Then abhimana tyaga, hey, don't have any abhimana, okay, body, and give up all the abhimana for everything means it's easier said than done. It's not easy to give up abhimana. But what we can do is, we have to see the limitations, how far we can tolerate, how far we can make our body undergo sufferings for the sake of achieving something meaningful. Not just, okay, body is anyway, give up abhimana, so just go on giving all the trouble to body. No, that's not what it's being told here. Abhimana Tyaga has to be done with a purpose. Why it is to be done, when it is to be done, is a lot more common sense than anything else. So these three are conveyed by 12, 13, 14. Then the 15th sloka, it has a, okay, why do the action, then give up abhimana? I might as well not even do the action. That way, I don't have to worry about giving up the abhimana. I won't do anything. Then the question of abhimana tyaga, so I won't fight the war. Fight the war, then they die, going to die anyway. Don't have abhimana. Okay, I won't even fight the war. That way, they were not going to die. That way, I don't have to worry about giving up abhimana. If you say that, hey, even if you don't kill, someone else is going to kill. It's not like you are the only one who is performing all the actions. There is a nature, there's a war, there's so many things are there. Some are beyond our control, and even those which are our control is actually through Paramatma only our control. We're not independently in control of anything. So just giving up action itself is not possible, because you have to achieve the goal of moksha. For that, action is needed. You have to perform action and you have to do abhimana tyaga. That way only it can lead to moksha. So the moksha purpose is the ultimate goal that is conveyed in 15th, verse number 15. Then verse number 16, it does a double role. It does two things. One is Arjuna's argument is not a wise argument, we said. Why? Because he said, oh, this war is all bad. If we do the war, I get naraka, I go to naraka, all that, hell, because I'm going to kill all good people. All this your argument? No. Because you are doing a dharma rakshana, it will lead to only sukha only. Because bad will come out of bad, good will come out of good. Good will not come out of bad, and bad will not come out of good. Nasato vidyate bhava, that's the 16th verse. That's one purpose of it. The second purpose of it is, earlier it says the eternality is talked about, and Krishna said, just as I'm eternal, everybody is eternal. But then the question will be, yeah, Krishna, you are God. Okay, I believe it. But so many people don't believe it. So for those who do not believe that you are the God, giving yourself as an example won't help. Give me some other example. Is there anything that is eternal apart from you? So that is also conveyed in the Nasate Vidyato Bhava, in the sloka. This is both Mula Prakriti and Paramatma. Both are. So I already said Paramatma is eternal, but according to Shastra also, you don't have to believe me, believe Shastras. There's, okay, I am eternal. If you don't believe, Parabrahma is there, it is eternal. Sat Shabdavachya Paramatma is eternal. Asat Shabdavachya Mula Prakriti, primordial matter, that is eternal. So both are also eternal. Asataha abhavaha na vidyate, sataha abhavaha api na vidyate. And both are available through Shastras and also through Sampradaya. Both are establishing this fact. So that's what is told. Then still a lingering doubt comes to our mind. Hey, okay, Mula Prakriti, I don't see the Mula Prakriti. And I don't see Paramatma. Both are not known to me. Primordial matter I can't see. I see only Prakriti, the nature I see. Okay, sky, earth, wind, water, all this I see. Maybe in Mahapralaya all this will get destroyed and that's it. Nothing will be there maybe. How do I know? There is something that's primordial matter. I don't know. Paramatma, I don't know. Give me something eternal that I can really internalize. I can visualize. Give me something. For that, the next sloka has helped us, that is the 17th sloka. So after the 16th sloka, the 17th sloka will lead us to the next point, which is avinashita tadvidhi yena sarvam idam tatam vinasham avyesyasya na kaschit kartum arhati. Krishna is saying, so anything, yena sarvam idam tatam, whatever, everything that is pervade, that's something that pervades everything. That's all pervading entity. Anything that is all pervading entity, Paramatma is all pervading, and Mula Prakriti is also all pervading. All these are all pervading. So that's why they are Avinashi. Anything that's all pervading, that means space wise, place wise, dimension wise, anything that is present everywhere, that is also time-wise pervading. That means the space-wise pervasion implies time-wise pervasion. That means anything that pervades all space also is eternal. Eternal means what? It has no beginning, no end, no destruction, no birth. Eternal. That's what is eternal is. And indestructible, avinashi, vinashi, vishesha nasha is not there. That means it's completely indestructible. What is completely indestructible? Whatever is pervading all space. Vinasham avyayasya asya na kaschit kartum arhati. Nobody can cause destruction to something that is eternal. Oh, somebody, some great rishi gives a shapa, curse, then the eternal thing also can die. Means no, it's impossible, no matter how great a rishi is or whatever it is. It says, Vinasham avyayasya asya na kaschit. Nobody, a great rishi or great powerful person. What if God himself destroys? This means God is the protector. He is preserving. He is the preserver. So the question doesn't even arise. He destroying the eternal things doesn't even arise. Dravyam karma cha kalascha, Bhagavata there is a sloka, Dravyam karma cha kalascha swabhavo jiva evacha. Yad anugrahataha santi na santi edupeksha. That means Paramatma is supervising. He is taking care. He is making eternal things to exist permanently. So his destroying it doesn't even arise. So he is a protector. So that's why all that is space pervading or place pervading is also time pervading. It's a very interesting thing. This is like a theorem. From this theorem, a corollaries can come. Hey, anything that is present everywhere, that is eternal also. Of course, other way around is not possible. We know that. Why? Anything that is eternal is all pervading is not possible. It may have a violation. It may have an exception. For example, jiva. If you take the soul or atma, every atma, individual atma, is eternal, beginningless and endless, indestructible. But every jiva, atma, ordinary, like a truna jiva, or even us, we are not all pervading. Our atma is not all pervading. Our atma is pervading our body, all right. But our atma is not there in another galaxy. It's not all pervading. So, atma, though is time-wise all pervading, it is not space-wise all pervading. But anything that is space-wise all pervading is time-wise pervading. That means anything that is present everywhere it is present means it has to be eternal. It's like a theorem. Hey, you are giving some theorem. How do I know that theorem is true? Very simple. So that's why I say, examples, will help you. But the theorem, why the theorem is true? Because if it is present everywhere, then where will the destruction start? It's all pervading. It's present everywhere. Okay, I destroyed, say, in this room that is there, I'll destroy it. Means, what about somewhere else? Okay, I'll go and destroy there. Then what happens here? So something has to go and destroy it in every spot. It's impossible because Paramatma is protecting it. So whatever is all pervading space-wise, the time-wise also it is eternal. And examples will make it even clearer. So Siddhanta-wise, rule-wise, logic-wise, this makes logical sense because Paramatma is protecting it, the eternality of all pervading things. Examples are, for example, Varna. If you take letters, Akshara, I don't mean the writings, not the lipi. We're not talking about the scripture, but the A, I, U, Ka, Ma, Pa. Just think about it. When did it start? Oh, it started at a particular time. Means before that also somebody else could have said A, Ka, Ma. They are eternal. The Varnas, that means not the script, because you can write in English script or Hindi or whatever script, not the script. The Varna itself, they are Nityas. Because can you say Ka is here in my house, but Ka is not there in another galaxy? No, Ka is here, Ka is in another galaxy also. Ka is there anywhere. Or Pa, Ma, Yi, U, any Akshara, any Varna, every Varna. Because nothing stops it, right? Nothing can stop it. every varna is present everywhere. So all the varnas, no exception, every single varna, even not only the varnas that are in Samskrita, even the Greek, Italian, whatever the varnas are there, the mula shabdas, the mula shabda, not the script, the mula shabda, it is present everywhere because anybody can pronounce it. Whether somebody is there to pronounce it or not, it doesn't matter. Suppose in another galaxy, nobody is there in another galaxy, means Parmatma is there, he can pronounce it. So the aksharas or varnas, they are present everywhere and they're nitya, because if it is present everywhere, might as well also present every time. Today ka is there. What about yesterday? Yesterday also ka was there. Day before yesterday ka was there. After 10 years ka will be there. Or pa, ma, ya. After a million years it will be there. After a zillion years it will be there. Zillion years ago it was there. Varnas we can visualize. Of course we are not there eternally, but we can visualize that varnas are present in all the places, and also they are eternal. They are present from beginningless time to endless time. So anything that is all pervading space wise is all pervading time wise. Another example that we can think of is time itself. Time is everywhere, right? Okay, you cannot say, oh, time is there here. Of course, the scales may differ. Brahmaloka, it may go faster, here slower, whatever it is. But, or rather, it's faster here and slower there. No matter how it is. But time is there everywhere. The mulataha, kala not there is not possible. Anywhere, everywhere we go, time is there. Time is all space pervading space wise. So naturally, time is all pervading time wise also. Time is there beginningless time. Time will be there endless time. Time doesn't begin. Time doesn't end. It's there all the time. It's there all the place. That's why it's there all the time. But jiva, which is there all the time, is not there in all the space. So converse is not true. Everything that is there all the time may not be, will not be, may not be there, not will not, because Paramatma is there all time, all space. Space is there at all time, all place. So whatever is there all the time may or may not be there all place. But whatever is there all the space will be there all the time. That is a wonderful theory, and this has been explained by Acharya Madhva very clearly, which is not captured by many others. So yad deshatah anantam tan nityameva vedadi anyadapi ityaha vinashi. That's why varnas are nitya. Varna, Vedas containing the varnas. Vedas are also nitya. We say Vedas are nitya. That's why Vedas, where is Veda? Where is Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda? It's there in this galaxy, not there in another galaxy. No, it's there in every galaxy. It's there everywhere. Veda is knowledge. It is whether somebody is there to pronounce or not doesn't matter. Vedas are there everywhere. They are eternal also. So anything that is all pervading space wise is all pervading time wise. So this is a beautiful concept that was given. So I think I will stop it here, so that any questions are there, you can feel free to ask. Hare Srinivasa.
A question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, namaskara, uncle. The question I have is, when you say yena sarvam idam tatam, Bhagavanta is everywhere.
Yeah.
Does it also follow that nothing can be separated from him, in the sense that there's nothing different from him? Like, does that follow?
Yeah, this is what is very confusing for many more. Nothing is different from him is not the answer. See, he cannot be. So the word separate, if you take in English dictionary, separate means it is distinct is one meaning. That means it is different from this.
Right.
Or separate means it is not just a distinct it's talking about. It can exist separately. It can. So the separate means different or can exist by itself without it. The two different meanings for the word separate.
Okay.
We mix up both the things. Can something exist without Paramatma? No, it cannot. But does it have to be Paramatma? No, it doesn't have to be. It's different from Paramatma, but it cannot exist without Paramatma. They have to be together. That means Paramatma has to pervade everything. And people also get confused and think, hey, if Paramatma is there, how can something else be there at the same point, like in the same locus? In one locus, Paramatma is there everywhere. If Paramatma is there in the same locus, how can something else be there? And sure, definitely it can be there. In fact, one good example is you take a prism. The prism has, suppose you put light inside the prism. So the prism, the light, and the space, three of them are in the same locus. In the same space, the space is there, the prism is there, the light is there. All three is sharing the same space. So if concrete objects itself can share the space, aprakruta can definitely share the space. So Paramatma can be there and something else also can be there. And that something else doesn't have to be without Paramatma because he's there everywhere. So he's present inside that also, but it is distinct from, just as the prism is different from the light. Though they both of them share the same locus, they are different. The same way, same place, Paramatma and something else. It can be Jada or it can be Chetana. Can be there and they can be different, but the thing cannot be without Paramatma. He has to be there. He is needed by everything, but he is different from everything.
Yeah, thank you so much, Uncle. I mean, this is aprakrita. That's why it's a little hard to conceive, I suppose.
Yes.
But the example makes it somewhat. I mean, it comes close, I think, to giving a sense of what it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
Nobody else says. So here this avinashi tu tatviddi yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham avyayasyasa na kaschit kartum arhati. So here you gave the example of time is all pervading. It is also present in all space. So time, it could refer to time also. So there are other entities as well. So it's a broader, this shloka could be not just for the Lord, you mentioned it is for Parmatma and Mula Prakriti, but it could also extend to other entities as well, which is all pervading. Is that right?
Yes, it refers to not only Paramatma, not only time, not only Avyakuta Akasha, which is like, the Avyakuta Akasha is basically not even Bhuta Akasha, Avyakuta Akasha, and even the Mula Prakriti, all of it. There are, and the Varnas, and the Vedas, everything that is all pervading. So it is primarily Paramatma, then the Mula Prakriti, then Avyakuta Akasha, then Varnas, then Vedas, everything is implied. So anything that's all pervading, its destruction, nobody can cause. For example, any rishi gives, there is a story that comes in Bhagavata, the shapa that they give, Gautama's thing that comes, let this not be visible to somebody or not. So somebody can lose the knowledge. That's all they can say. But nobody can give a curse. Let Vedas be destroyed forever. It's impossible. They are there eternal. So same way Varnas. Nobody can cause destruction to the indestructible things. So this covers all the all-pervading entities, including Paramatma, Kala, Avyakritakasha, Mula Prakriti, Vedas, Varnas, everything.
Okay. And this, when you say Avyakrit Akasha, so that is unmanifested space? Is that?
Avyakritakasha, basically what happens is, now what we see is the Bhutakasha. This Bhutakasha in Mahapralaya, this is present in the Sukshma form, but it is absorbed. It is taken and just as everything, all the mud, the earth, everything goes into Mula Prakriti, same way this Bhutakasha or this gross space goes into Avyakritakasha is there here also. Here we have both Bhutakasha means Panchabhutas, Akasha in the Panchabhutas, and also the Avyakritaka. Avyakritakasha is the primordial space that is present everywhere. Primordial space will never go away. Even in Mahapralaya, Bhutakasha will go away, but Avyakritakasha remains. So it is never destroyed. Mahapralaya or whatever happens, because the space, everything is contained in the space. Moksha sthanas are also in the space. Everything is there. So Avyakritakasha is nothing but the Akasha or the space that is primordial, that is there at all times, that is neither created nor destroyed. That is what Vikara, Avyakruta, Vikara Rahita Akasha, Avyakruta, Vyakruta, Vikara Rahita Akasha. That is what Avyakruta Akasha is. It's never, no Vikara is there. Bhutakasha can come, Bhutakasha can go away, but Avyakrita Akasha remains.
Okay. So one more question. So this shloka is giving an example of something that is eternal.
Yes.
So here example is given of Parmatma and Mula Prakriti. So Mula Prakriti is Lakshmi Devi, is that right?
Lakshmi Devi is called Chetana Prakriti. Mula Prakriti is Jada. So Lakshmi Devi is called Chetana Prakriti. See, Prakriti, the word has two meanings. There is a Jada Prakriti, there is a Chetana Prakriti. Jada Prakriti, Mula Prakriti, Jada Prakriti, it is lifeless. Lakshmi is Chetana Prakriti. So both are used by the word, same word Prakriti. Contextually, we have to go. Context will tell us whether we mean Lakshmi or whether we mean primordial matter. So Mula Prakriti or Jada Prakriti is lifeless, inert object. Whereas Lakshmi is Chetana Prakriti. She is a sentient entity. So that is a life. No, she is, of course, Paramatma and Lakshmi Devi, they are eternally present. They are always the Nitya Chetanas, Nitya Mukta Chetanas, they are both of them. So they are there at all times. So Prakriti means, are we referring to Chetana Prakriti or Jada Prakriti? We have to ask. So each place is a different one. Depending on the context, we have to decide. So Mula Prakriti is not Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the Niyamaka or Abhimani of Mula Prakriti. She is the maintainer. She is the controller of Mula Prakriti.
Okay. So here so when we say this example is being given, so we could assume that it is for Paramatma, Mula Prakriti or the Chetan Prakriti.
Everything. Paramatma is all pervading. Lakshmi is also all pervading. She is also space wise, all pervading. Lakshmi, Deshataha, Kalataha, Samavyapti. Same pervasion as Paramatma. So Deshataha, Kalataha, Lakshmi has same pervasion. That means Paramatma is all pervading. Lakshmi is all pervading. Mula Prakriti is under the control of Lakshmi Devi. If Mula Prakriti is all pervading, then the controller of it, both Paramatma and Lakshmi are controller of Mula Prakriti. So both of them are controllers of time. Mula Prakriti and Kala, both are all pervading, and Lakshmi Narayanas, who are controller of Mula Prakriti and Kala, they are also all pervading. So multiple entities is not like 3, 4, 5. There are multiple entities which are all pervading, and time-wise, space-wise, all pervading. What are the multiple entities? Starting, first one is Paramatma. The very next is Lakshmi Devi, because Lakshmi controls everything else except Paramatma. So next is Lakshmi. Next is Mula Prakriti and Kala, Veda, Varnas, and probably you may come up with something else also in the list. Yeah. Like the Saundarya, Paramatma's gunas, each of the gunas, Aprakta gunas, they are all also eternal. Where is Saundarya? Beauty. Paramatma's beauty, it's present everywhere. So that's also Nitya.
धन्यवाद. नमस्कार.
Okay, we'll meet again next Monday.
Srinivasa will do a small prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः. सर्वे
सन्तु निरामयाः. सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु. मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरे
श्रीनिवास.
हरे श्रीनिवास, नमस्कार आचार्य.
हरे श्रीनिवास.